Surround sound system is the best way to enhance your TV and movie watching experience, and I'm going to show you how to hook it up to your telly. Hi, I'm Ilya and I have been an IT engineer for service team for 8 years. Here we can see a typical example of a surround sound system, 5.1 as it's called. It contains a Sony DVD player, front speaker, rear right speaker, rear left speaker, 2 front speakers, and the subwoofer, and the additional amplifier. Also in the box you will find a set of cables, which are used to connect all the bits we showed you earlier. All these cables correspond to each of the speaker and should not be confused. All these cables are similar, apart from the color. A typical cable has one end which looks like this, and the other end has got 2 wires split with the red stripe. The red stripe indicates that it is the plus or the positive. Here we have 2 cables, red and green, and they correspond to these 2 speakers. To the front right, as you can see here, and to the center speaker. You might have noticed that the label front right is red, which means you have got to plug in the red cable into the speaker. Cable with a red stripe on, which is plus, goes to plus into the speaker. You bend down the little plastic bit and you insert the cable fully in and release the plastic bit. And the same with the other end of the cable. You bend it down and insert into the hole and release. And it should be tightly in. None of the cables should be loose, otherwise it will not work. As you've noticed, the other ends of the cables look like this. And they do go at the back of the DVD player, which is an amplifier. If we turn it around, we can see at the back a set of ports, which is again color-coded and correspond to each speaker, with an example as front right, front left, and so on. We take one of the cable, say for example red, which is front right speaker, and we insert it fully into the front right slot. And again with the green cable, it goes into the green slot, which is the center speaker, which is wide up, and again fully in. And you do the same procedure with the all other speakers. If you look again at the back of the speaker and the labels, labels say front left and front right, and these speakers should be positioned, one should be on the left, one should be on the right, usually on both sides of the TV or the room. You should not confuse this. Here you can see a typical setup of our surround sound system. You can see 2 speakers by the side of the TV, the one on the left, the one on the right, central speaker just below the TV, a subwoofer which is underneath the TV, it can be by the side of the TV, it doesn't matter, and 2 speakers at the back of the room. Usually they can be placed on the wall or by the side of your sofa. This is how you hook up a surround sound system to a TV.